Hi everyone, Some Gamer Dude here. Time again for another update video for my game. I have some good news and some potentially bad news. I was going to release this video back in December, but I didn't think the video was long enough and I'm happy I held it back. I got some more information that's potentially going to affect the future. So let's get started with the good news. Art is now over 50% done. I've been printing them out as I go, and playtesters got to see them during December. They went over well. They liked the characters. I showed the proxies via photo on my Discord, and people there liked them as well. They said they were eye-catching and wanted to see proper images. Made me and the artist very happy to hear. I've had a really good experience teaching the game to a person completely unfamiliar with the genre of card game. They picked up the rule set very quickly. I didn't have to go over points repeatedly, and to me, this is more confirmation that I achieved my goal. A fighting game card game that is super easy to pick up and play, intuitive and streamlined, the dual masters of fighting game card games. I didn't go easy on them, not my style. I want the first experience to have a fair matchup, but I won't pull my punches, or my spears. First game he got me down to half health, second game he got me down to quarter health. I think that's pretty good. That's the type of results I like to see. I also learned something interesting during this December playtest. I'd always been under the impression that red was the beginner deck, blue was the intermediate deck, and yellow was the advanced deck. Blue has a lot of synergistic effects where you need to keep track of cards in different zones. But according to my playtester, both red and blue are easy to pilot. That's good to know. I'm avoiding saying the name as I'm just getting ready to trademark that. My current projects are packaging and website design. I haven't done either before, so it's a learning experience. I've got a friend helping me with the website, and hopefully everything will be ready by late January for a late February Kickstarter. As soon as the website is ready, I'll give you a heads up here and a link to the new YouTube channel. For a while, I'll be posting videos related to the game on both channels. To move on to other topics, I have been in contact with the factory. I was absolutely terrified that what I wanted was going to cost a bit to produce. High volume of foils, a specifically made box for a specific presentation I'm going for. I've always wanted the goal to remain achievable. Something we could hit with minimal backers because I have to work within my means. Just because there's a TCG bubble going on at the moment doesn't mean I'll benefit from it. I still want to remain grounded and keep my expectations realistic. I was already making preparations to cut back costs in order to keep things under a certain budget or potentially increase the price a little. Fortunately for all of us, neither will be necessary. I can do everything I want to do in regards to the Kickstarter deck set in the budget I was expecting. The Kickstarter to get the initial products made will only need around 5,500 USD as a goal. I'm very confident we'll hit that, and if we hit 300 of the 500 minimum order quantity sold, there is a future for the game. This is also where the bad news comes in. I want to let you guys in on a little something. You can pretty much tell if a card game Kickstarter is public relations or legit by looking at it. Look at the quality of the art, look at what they are looking to produce, and look at what they're asking. If there are multiple SKUs, the goal seems a bit low, potentially the art is a little too nice, it's because it's PR. They have the ability to finance the game without crowdfunding. You're paying for marketing. To give you an example, I believe Grand Archive is legit. I see 50,000 USD there. But I suspect they're eating at least some of the art costs like I had to eat all of them. So why am I telling you this? Because where the game goes after the Kickstarter decks will depend on how much product I can push via the Kickstarter. Booster boxes are not cheap to produce or ship. We're looking at needing at least 5 figures as pure profit to finance it, and that's for just MOQ, minimum order quantity. Also remember that starter decks would also have to be produced as well for a full launch, which is another product and cost. Now, you might say to me, why didn't you go for a full launch immediately? Truth be told, I wanted to stick to a goal that I felt was achievable and see it produced at all, rather than fail with a lofty goal. That said, I have had it suggested to me to run a secondary Kickstarter after the initial one, this time for set 1. The pretense being that the product I'm making right now is a market test or beta release to see what type of reception it gets. If you guys like these decks, you'll want to support a full game and will tell other people about it. Then with that demand, we can use it to get set 1 financed proper. Initially, I was iffy on the suggestion. To me, I'd get the impression that the initial product wasn't successful. Why else would it need more financing? But the more I think about it, the more I'm sold on the idea. It is being very truthful to the nature of set 0 after all. I just wanted to stand on my own 2 feet. I can be a bit of a prideful and pig-headed guy at times, but I do try to mull things over, and if it's a good suggestion, comment, or what have you, I generally do come around. So, to be completely transparent about things, if it does under 125 units, it's not happening. If the game does under 300 units, it's one and done. It can't finance itself. The revenue would need to cover art as well on the second release, and it's not doing it. If it breaks past 300 but hits under 1,000 units, I believe it can continue, but it's either going to have to shift to an expandable card game or need both momentum and a secondary Kickstarter to become a proper TCG. If it breaks past 1,000 units, I think I can swing a TCG proper, but it may need a top-up Kickstarter to help cover some costs regarding manufacturing. If it breaks past 1,500 units sold, I'm pretty sure we're good to go. In regards to the expandable card game option, I've had it as a backup plan for a while. I'll put my own spin on it, and I think I can make it work. It's not my ideal. I did really want to prove a point that TCGs can be affordable yet profitable if handled correctly. But maybe with a lane shift, we can make a splash in the ECG market. I think with a recontextualizing of the ECG format, we can do some damage. Nevertheless, I don't know what the future holds. Maybe we'll blast through MOQ at sonic speed. And my worrying about money was all for naught. I just think it's prudent to have backup plans in place and be upfront with everyone. Till next time, this has been Some Gamer Dude, and thanks for watching.